So it takes 6 months to get your study permit. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Stephanie, and today we're going to talk about all you need to know to apply to become international students in Canada. This includes all the documents you need to have and going to the embassy. But before I continue, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. If you're new to this channel, I want to say you're very welcome, and if you're old, I just want to say thanks for your support. Thanks for coming back to my channel. So I'm gonna go straight into this video. As you all know, if you want to be an international student, first thing you need is an approval from a school you apply to. So you need to apply to schools. There are some schools such as Hamburg College, University of Toronto, York University, and the others. There's so many schools out there. Depends on region, wherever you want to live, where your family is, whatever. But then you have to apply to a school to get its approval. Before I start this whole video, I want you to know you need a passport and you need an approval from a school. But if you're planning to come to Canada in the fall, that is in September, or in winter, that is January, or in summer, that is May, you need to start your application early. This is really important. The time you start your application is going to affect when you start school. So if you're planning to come to school at a certain time, make sure you're applying early. So I'm going to go to the documents you need to apply to the school. So to your school, you need to get your high school documents, such as your high school transcript, your high school certificate, your testimonial. The testimonial is basically a letter from your school telling the other school you're applying to that you were a good student, this is what you achieved, this is who you were. You need to add all other certificates you've gained in the school, like sports, maybe you were in a particular club in school or an organization. Also, you need to get a letter, your English proficiency letter, from your English teacher or from your school, because as I know in Ghana, English is our first language. We have other secondary languages, but in my country, and I'm from Ghana, English is our first language. So you need to get your English proficiency letter stating that you studied English in school and you were good. If you don't get this letter, you might be forced to go write SATs, because when I was coming here, I didn't need any SATs. I just needed my English proficiency letter, and it depends on the school. When I came to Hamburg College or University of New Brunswick, it didn't ask for my SAT. It just needed my English proficiency letter. And you also need to get a life plan letter. So this letter is going to state what you want to be in future, how you're going to gain it. You might not know what to do, but you just have to state out a plan for your future. So after gathering all these documents, you have to take them to get them to your school, either by email or by sending it through DHL or whatever means you're going to send this. You have to do so to get this to your school. After you do this, you're going to wait for some time, maximum 3 weeks or 1 month. Then you're going to get a response from the schools you applied to, if you actually got in or if you didn't get in. It all depends on the school. So if you get in, the next documents you need to get in order to go to the embassy are the student approval letter. So after the school approved you, you need to get your student approval letter, including all the other documents you sent to the school. So make sure you're making photocopies of other documents. You have to get an affidavit of return. An affidavit of returns, it's like you get that from the court, and it states that you're gonna return after you complete school. Basically, you're not gonna run away when you're done with school. And you need an affidavit of support. The affidavit of support shows that your parents are going to take care of you if you're below the legal age, or you need your bank statements. If you're below age or if you're not legal, your parents are going to have to get their bank statements to show to the immigration that they're fit to support you. You need financial support letter from your parents. This letter is written by your parents stating that they're going to take care of you. There's someone who's got your back. you need a resume, so, or a curriculum vitae, that's a CV, stating the kind of jobs you've done, co-ops, internships, every kind of job you've done before. Just state it. If you haven't gotten any job before, just don't worry. It doesn't really matter, you know. And so these are the documents you need to get. And now to the most important thing. These are the forms you need to fill in order to go to the embassy. So you can find these forms at the embassy. You could go all the way to the embassy to get these forms, or you could go online. And I'm going to insert a video up here or down there or next. I don't really know, but I'm going to insert a video to show you how to get the documents, how to fill it out, and how to send it. So on the Canadian immigration side, click on Immigration and Citizenship, choose Study. On the page, read everything and choose Get a Study Permit. After that, click on 3, How to Apply. Read everything on that page. Scroll the way down. Since you're applying outside Canada, choose Outside Canada and choose on paper or online form, whichever one you're comfortable with. Read everything on the page. Scroll up, scroll down, read everything. So I'm not going to really talk about the document. It's just the forms. It has checklists. It has family forms. It has so many stuff to fill. Make sure you're filling it right with the right information and right name, because these people are going to investigate. The immigration is going to make sure they investigate. So if you give them a wrong detail or an information, it's going to affect your approval for the student permit. And after filling all these forms, you could choose to apply online. That is sending all the documents you have, from the school documents, approval letter, all the statements, bank statements, all the documents I've mentioned before. Gather everything. And if you're sending it online, make sure you scan it and send it online and pay for the visa fees. I don't really know the visa fees now, but you need to pay for visa fees. If you're not comfortable with doing online stuff, you could go to the embassy. Whoever is going to take care of you, whoever is going to help you, is going to create an account for you, and make sure all the documents you get is right. The person's going to go through everything, because I quite remember when I was filling my forms, I think I swapped the names. I put my last name and my first name. I put my first name as my last name. So when I got there, the lady was like, "Oh, hey, is your last name Stephanie?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, I made a mistake," So, and in my passport, it's my last name and first name, Kobia Stephanie. So when you take this to if the lady hadn't gone through this and they had sent it, it's going to cause major issues. Like, it's going to be bad for me. So it's like, you have to make sure every single information you're presenting to the immigration is right. And after the person goes through, and I think when I was doing mine, I didn't do an interview. I don't know of other countries, but I know for Ghana, I didn't do an interview. I don't know if it has been changed. If it has been changed, sorry, you have to plan for an interview. If it hasn't, don't worry. All you have to go is with your visa fees and all the documents. Whoever checks it, stamps it, and then gives you a card, I think so, to help you track your stuff online. So do not throw your receipts away, because that's what you're going to bring back to receive your passport. And the receipt has your tracking number and everything, so you're going to check online how everything is going, your process of the immigration. So this is where I come to patience. After you send everything to the embassy, it's going to take you bare 3 months, like crazy 3 months. 3 months of frustration and stress. You're going to think. So at that time, make sure you're keeping yourself busy. Be in school. If you're in school already, be in school. Do your thing, study. And don't forgo studies because you think you're coming to Canada. Make sure you get approved first before you could stop studying. I can't remember. I used to do that so much. I stopped studying in Legon. I went to University of Ghana back home, and when I started my application, I had this, faith I was gonna get it, and I got it. So I stopped studying. I think mid into the semester, I stopped studying. So don't be me. Study throughout. You might not get it. You might get it. I don't know. That depends on whoever gets your information at the immigration. I don't know. So yes, and yeah, I talked about patience. So you have to wait. If you're a Christian, pray hard. This part is so funny. Go to church, pray hard. If any other religion, you also pray to your God, pray hard, because this day you might never know. Just a little information or a little put off could make whoever is reading your document decline your offer. So yes, and you wait for 3 months to 4 months. Then when you get that, you get an email telling you to go do your medicals. So you go take some medical tests at the hospital. You also pay for that. This whole thing is money, fam. It's money. So make sure you have money on you to do all these. So when you get the email, you print out everything, you go to the hospital, the doctors know what to do when you give them the forms, and I think they have specific hospitals to go to. You go there, they do your medicals, and then you submit. The doctors will submit it on your behalf. So if they do so, you have to wait again. This whole process is all about waiting. Like, you have to wait for approval. So, and also when you get your medical reports, like when you send it to them, as soon as you get the email stating that you should go do your medical report, note that you're getting your visa by 80%. Like, the chance that you're gonna get it is 80%, because as soon as you're told to do your medicals, you've gotten it. But whatever your medical report says, or whatever investigation they do next, will determine if you're getting it or not. But I'm just saying, if you get your medical report, you have a high chance of getting the study permit. Yay! So after the doctor submits it, you have another 2 months or 1 month. I think so. So we've been calculating all these things. Okay, let me just finish this. You have 2 months or 1 month to get your final approval or declination, if there's a word like that. I don't know. But you're gonna get your approval at that time, and if you got it, they're gonna let you know. And if you didn't get it, I'm so sorry, but you're gonna let you know too. Then when you get it, I know you're gonna be the happiest person. Like, I remember when I got I was so happy. Like, at that time, my parents hadn't even approved of me coming. They just told me, if you get it, then we'll take it from there. But I was so happy. Like, when I was writing my exams back in university, back home, trust me, I was so happy. I didn't want to study, but funny enough, I passed my exams, so yes. But when you get that, you're gonna be happy. So if you check this, when you apply to the school, it's gonna take 1 month. So it's gonna take 1 month to gather the documents. It's gonna take at least 1 month for you to get your approval from the school. After you send in these documents, it's gonna take 3 months. Then when you get the notification to go do your medical reports, it's gonna take at least 1 month. And actually, it takes 6 months to know your approval, whether you're gonna get it or whether you're gonna be declined. As I said, if you want to start school in September, that is the fall, make sure you're starting your process the year how do I even put this? Make sure you're starting December the year before. Am I right? Yeah, I think you got it. And yes, if you want to start school in winter, that is in January, make sure you're starting your process in July of the year you're in. This is so confusing, but I know you're gonna get it. You guys are smart. So I think I touched on everything I had to touch on. I said everything I needed to say. I just hope your process goes well as mine went. And the next thing we're going to talk about is probably going to be when you get here, what to do. So if you want to have more information about settling in Canada and everything, just stay tuned. Hit the bell button to notify you when I upload a new video, because that video will be coming soon, live and colored. And I'm gonna catch you guys later. If you love this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If there's anything you want to know, please put it down in the comment section and I'm going to reply you immediately. You could also DM me on my Instagram, and I think it's on. I'm gonna post my Instagram URL in my description below. Just feel free to DM me on Instagram about anything you need to know, and I'm going to be glad to reply you. Don't forget to tell someone you love them, because life is too short. Peace.